as well. Just one more thing, TJ. We had Urijah Faber on the show recently, and he said that Sean Shelby was kind of joking with him and saying, hey, when are you going to fight TJ? Was that a fight that the UFC approached you about at any point? Was that on the table at all?
They kind of somewhat mentioned it when I first thought about my comeback, and I laughed at it because it made no fucking sense. Excuse me, it made no sense.
You can swear, it's all right.
What? All right, cool. Yeah, it made no fucking sense to me because, I mean, the guy, I mean, I have nothing to gain out of that fight and everything to lose. For one, I just don't want to, I don't want him to even get a fight off my name, for one. And then two, it's like, what does that do for me? You know, I'm fighting Corey Sandhagen, the #1 ranked guy in the division other than the champions. And I mean, and it was kind of like only one person part of the UFC would want it, and the rest of them were kind of even mad that it was even mentioned. So it was to be just like a joke, you know. I think really they wanted to get his ass kicked so they can kick him out of the UFC.
I was going to ask you how did the UFC take it? Because the UFC loved the big feuds and the big drama and all that kind of stuff. Were they cool with it when you were like, look, I'm just not interested? And
no, like I said, only one of them somewhat offered it, so it wasn't like a real offer. You know, I mean, I think someone really just wanted Uriah to get his ass whipped, and so they wanted to throw it out there. I mean, to be honest, look, Urijah Faber is way past his prime. He's got no business being in the UFC, and I think the only fight for him would be some sort of big drama fight like that, right? Other than me, like, what makes sense for him who to fight? You know, so. Why even give him the chance to make any kind of fame or money off my name and fight me? Because I'm the only fight left for him, I guess you'd say, right? But it makes zero sense for me. I'm coming back to be the greatest bantamweight of all time. He's only there to have the most title losses of all time.
And we sort of spoke about that with Uriah. I was saying how, like, you know, you're obviously, your trajectory is going for the title. So for you guys to fight would be a bit of a detour. And he was pretty like realistic about it. He said, look, I'm not chasing that fight, but if it was offered for good money, then sure, why not, kind of thing. He kind of joked about, he was like, look, I don't think TJ wants me coming back and digging up the bones of the last 10 years. But I was kind of wondering, like, at this point, with everything out in the open, is there even anything to dig up? You know what I mean? I feel like the biggest thing kind of came out. Would there even be anything that he could even bring up?
No, not at all. But it's just the fact of, like, I dealt with Alpha Male and fighting Garbrandt, right? Like, I'm so over it. I'm just so over, like, another thing. Like, I don't need the money no more. Right? I don't have to fight. I mean, obviously, yeah, everyone wants to get paid. I want the big paychecks, right? But I don't need to do something I don't want to do for money. I'm only going to do this because I want to do it, right? And that drama just, like, it helped build my name, got me a ton of, I guess you say, publicity and fame from the fighting, dealing with the Ultimate Fighter and Alpha Male and all the drama back and forth. But I don't want to do it again, right? Like, I already fought the tougher of the two fighters. Garbrandt's the tougher of the two guys, and I proved myself against that team. So I got nothing else to do with them, to be honest.
Well, I'll tell you something, TJ. One thing for certain is fans are super excited to see you back in action, and we wish you a very speedy rehab and recovery so we can see you back in there. Guys, make sure to follow the man at TJ Dillashaw and check out his very own food truck, Clean Juice. Make sure to jump on that. It looks like you're taking over the food industry over there, so congratulations of that. And make sure to pick up some Dillashaw merch.
You said you were the villain. Are you going to embrace that the rest of your career? I mean, do you want to be a villain the rest of your career, or do you hope that one day there's a crowd actually cheering for you?
I'll definitely always still have a crowd cheering for me, right? But when I became the villain, I think pretty easily when I was fighting against Garbrandt, right? It was like such an easy narrative of me being the snake. I mean, Conor McGregor made me the biggest villain you can because he's got all this power behind him, right? Like, anything he said was gold. And so I was this snake in the grass, and I traded teams. Like, I was doing what you need to do to become the best in the world. Yeah, I was thinking about myself. I am in a one-man sport. You know, if you're not doing it, then you're a fucking idiot. Excuse my language. Like, if you want to be the best in the world, travel the world, train with the best. Be selfish in this sport. I'm not here for my training partners. I am. I go and coach Juan Archuleta, but when I'm in my fight camp, I'm worried about myself. I've had to tell Juan that, like, be selfish. Be the best in the world. Do what you need to do. Find those best coaches. I'm the CEO of TJ Dillashaw. You know, like a lot of these other fighters, they let their managers make their decisions for them or their coaches, this and that. I make my decisions. I'm the CEO of this business. I'm going to hire the best coaches in the world. I'm going to find the Tyler Wombles, the Dwayne Ludwigs, the Felipes, the Daryl Christians, the Sam Calavitas. I'm going to find these guys and train with them. So if Dwayne's moving to Colorado, I'm going to go train with them. And if you have a problem with that, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? So if that makes me the villain, then hell yeah, man. I mean, let's go for it. But I'll have the people around me that are cheering for me that I really care about. That's all that really matters, you know?
Get busier. Crowds on their feet. Dillashaw lands another big one. Swinging to the final horn. Sandhagen thinks he got one on him there. And they go the distance. I mean, man, what a fight. That is the highest level of mixed martial arts you are ever going to witness.
Demetrius, because you knew what was going to come.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
Fucking idiot.
Do something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you just did, you denied our fight in July.
Demetrius, because you knew what was going to come.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
Fucking idiot.
Do something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you just did, you denied our fight in July.